A third of the way into the canning stock route, there's no turning back. To turn back now would mean running out of fuel.
Without seeing that light, you just run out of fuel. I've done it twice.
But going forward, we have other issues to worry about.
I don't think we'll have a car in the morning.
Water.
Yeah.
Troopy tanks are dry now.
And we can't just fill up at any old well.
Oh, is it yellow?
Oh, it looks...
No, it's just a bucket.
And water again. This time, too much of it
100 mil of rain.
on the way.
Yeah, it's getting on my sock.
We need to move. If we can just get to Coonawarrigi, well 33,
Now it's time to push it.
we won't blow out our last chance to meet traditional owners.
We've got to sacrifice something.
We will have our food, water and fuel restocked. More importantly, to have an exit point to avoid the weather and potentially end our canning stock route adventure. Today, the pressure is back on. But is that asking too much?
A little bit pushed, a little bit tired today.
Oh, like disappointment. I came here to complete a canning and that is in jeopardy.
Rewinding to the beginning of day 8, the vibe is very different.
This morning the desert has a very different feel. It's cloudy, it's very cool. Got that feeling that it's going to rain.
I think the temperature tomorrow is going to be about 19 degrees, so it's definitely dropping 10.
Number 4 for our Queenslander.
I feel like I'm getting a grasp on the CSR today. We've done quite a few kilometres, which is great. So I think today is our day, not the canning's day, our day.
Something I might have said a few times before on this trip. But with the changing conditions
And these dunes are getting a bit more chopped out.
and the lighter loads we're carrying on them,
Plus the vehicle is handling a little bit different now because there's less weight on board. Less fuel, less water, less food.
I'm feeling pretty good about the next run, even if the place is still littered with reminders of where others have not been so fortunate.
That is a box trailer. Doesn't look like a type of trailer that I would tow on trucks like this out here, but I guess that's what can happen to them. I've seen quite a few wrecks so far, but apparently a lot of the recent ones do get tidied up.
And to prove my point,
What have we got here?
right around the corner,
I don't know.
another wreck.
Oh, is it a Toyota Corona?
It's actually a late 90s Mitsubishi Pajero.
IFS.
Let's get some bolts so we can build a Toyota Pajero Cruiser
Can't use it in 12s.
at the rate Chris is going.
Been rattled loose again.
Maybe it'll tension.
It's a sure thing. As I said, more recent wrecks are usually tidied up.
The D-Max I heard about around well 16 smashed his axle, but that was also an insurance job, or perhaps a salvage job, you could say. $30,000 to get that car out.
Well 19, the site of the world-renowned Bloopy Cafe.
Open every morning.
And within 30 seconds, Sienna's taken over Bloopy Cafe's kitchen.
The Bloopy team. How you going?
Coffee's on, crowd's forming, so we fire up both Truby kitchens to speed things up.
Not the Bloopy, but the Troopy. Ronny's cooking some pancakes this morning.
2 pans,
Hey, what are you doing in my station?
I need butter.
2 egos,
You reckon you can cook better pancakes than your dad?
Of course.
and apparently now
Pancake wall.
1 winner?
Hey, excuse me, I'm doing this here.
I'm a George. I can't be leaning into. Do the thing.
G'day. I'm the bush dude who's going to narrate while these two fight it out, because Outback Brekkie is about to turn into a family feud.
Give me cinnamon.
In the V8 Troopy corner, we have Ronny Cake. Bloopy corner, Sienna the Sizzler. Time for Pancake Wars.
A little bit more sense of calm over at this pancake station.
It's going to be a thick one.
Look at this!
What is that? My secret ingredient is going to be nicotine.
Can I have 55 of those?
Why does this look like freaking medicine?
Give the bottle a nice shake, steady
pancake
professional
going.
pour, golden butter simmering away, density on point.
Whee!
Now that's a pancake.
How's it going over there?
What is this, mate?
I think Cafe Bloopy has gone down in its quality. Helps being the pan on the table. No competition here.
But suddenly, Sienna found her groove,
That looks better.
Take a hike, mate.
while Ronnie pulls out a can of secret ingredients.
Ingredient going on here.
How many apple slices in there?
Chris is not happy.
I think it's gonna be a tough decision here.
Really?
So if we say you win, you know, it would be probably the most accurate decision. We're gonna have that.
No!
That's what I say.
So, with the pancakes made and shots fired,
As a father, I think the least thing I'm worried about is her getting a boyfriend because he's going to have his freaking hands full.
it's over to the judges.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, step up.
These are mine, and it was like a rock.
Oh, a fair bit of cinnamon in there. That's Ronnie's.
It's dense.
Have we got apple in here? Slightly gluggy. Shannon's is good.
Oh my god, he just had a fly in his food.
No, I just picked out yours.
I did not.
We need to talk.
Made a decision. What have I done?
And the winner is...
This is absolute bullshit. I've had enough. Good luck to you.
Where are you going, mate?
Walking on.
And so, not really sure who to believe and who to trust, Ronnie began walking and walked and walked until he grew tired of walking and went back and resumed the adventure.
We've noticed a big change in environment. So it's like in this transitional split of spinifex and wildflowers. And this sand is really pastel orange, not as red as before. Camel's been up here. I think that's emu poo. Emu prints here. I might take some, see if we can start a fire with it.
We're just coming into Lake Disappointment. I'm really getting the feeling like we're heading towards the coast.
So all of this water is actually from Lake Disappointment.
Yeah.
Looks extremely salty too.
Have you seen the crystals on the banks?
Yeah.
Like this, I don't think we'll have a car in the morning. It looks that salty, eh? So we might have to find another track.
Is that where we need to cross?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
You feeling good it's not your troopy now?
Salt is patient, relentless. It'll quietly eat your vehicle from the inside out. So finding the right crossing
We're just following one of the tributaries down at the moment,
becomes more than a choice.
and we have to cross over.
It has to be right.
Lake Disappointment is definitely not disappointed.
And when we finally found a crossing that seemed safe,
You're sinking.
the less experienced among us found out what happens if you get it wrong.
This is what happens when you bring teenagers. Now I'm going to sink in that too. Well, that's a good demonstration of what can happen if you don't follow the track. Even with your feet, you sink in. I guess a lot of people will see this and think so many cars have gone here, it's going to cause us to sink, when in fact the best place to be is where the defined wheel tracks are. Anywhere to either side, you're risking of getting bogged. And being bogged in a salt lake is not a fun exercise. There is more salt here than there is in the ocean, clearly. Really firm, very firm actually. Right, we're on the other side, super easy. I should really call it Salty Creek, shouldn't I? The Canning Stock route continues that way, but we're going this way. Why? Supposedly this is the best lookout for Lake Disappointment. If you look at any map or Google Earth, this place stands out. And until you actually stand on it, you don't realise how big Lake Disappointment is. Its actual name is Goonboo Pinbill. Hope I said it right. That's the traditional name of this lake. It is 160 kilometres long. This is awesome. I really just want to keep going to those islands out there, which may in fact just be a mirage. They may never be there. Who knows? But that could take days. And days we don't have. It's day 8 in the canning. We better keep going.
And so we push towards well 20. In as good spirits as ever.
Hey guys, so welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be cleaning the lake. Ew! That is so gross.
But, like every other day, the canning wasn't about to make things easy for us.
What are you driving into? 100 mil rain, Balgo. The direction we're heading.
New problems.
Oh my god, the screen's cracked.
And some that have become all too familiar by now.
We're about to have a serious conversation here, boy.
The age-old standoff.
If I don't come back, drive on without me.
That the canning has heard time and time again.
Serious debate coming up here.
What's going on? We should power into the night and try and push, or do we just camp here?
It's getting dark now, so
I reckon we make camp tonight. I reckon we haven't eaten all day, and I reckon everyone's hungry.
let's pull a map out and have a discussion.
We need to be at well 33 by Wednesday.
What? I reckon if that's the case, we just have something to eat and
Power into the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, but that camp's really nice, hey? No, I think we
Right.
have. I think we're forced to push.
To Georgie.
So with the decision made,
Oh, like disappointment.
I was told about Lake Disappointment that we would feel some sort of disappointment.
I was left eating my words again.
You said today you were going to beat the canning. Have you won?
Piss off.
As we prepared for yet another drive into the night.
We're going up here to have some lunch, or basically dinner, and then we head off. We've got a long way to go.
And at this point on the trip, with the amount of time we've lost, it's not just spirits that are low.
We're gonna start running out of some food, some water.
It's supplies too.
Exactly.
I think both
Yeah,
fruity tanks
both-
are dry now.
Yeah, both tanks are dry.
Undeniably
Did a great job at a windblock, didn't I?
taking its toll on the crew.
Coming from the other way.
I'm a little bit tired right now as of current. It's been a lot of pushing and trying to get to where we're going and also filming along the way, and it's sort of slow going.
It almost feels like this trip is falling apart.
We're supposed to be at Coonawarra as of today. We were meant to be at many places days ago.
Pushing on tonight is our last chance of taking back any kind of control.
So we're going to push tonight to Georgia Bore, which is, I think it was 50, 60 K or something like that.
Yeah, around that.
That's probably a couple of hours, which means we're going to miss out on some awesome stuff, but we've got to sacrifice something because we've already missed 2 opportunities to meet up with TOs because we're just so late behind. I really don't want to let them down, and it's already a push to get there.
Now it's time to push it.
Easier said than done,
No one's used this part of the track for a while, hey?
with Spinifex having a say.
Look at that. Sitting right on the exhaust. You at the back there?
Yes.
We all know how quick Spinifex catches on fire, so we'll just pull these bits out. Not only that, all the seeds that you pick up, they also get stuck in your radiator, causes your vehicle to run a bit hotter as well.
And annoying, stopping so soon.
We did 2 kilometres, that was it.
But it's definitely a necessary one.
Oh, you pulled yours out?
Yeah, we just got out there.
It was
a short distance.
I know.
And it wasn't long before we saw firsthand
This is really sporadic.
why you need to manage Spinifex build-up.
Question is, what's caused it?
Oh my god! It's in the middle of the track still, eh?
Prado, and we just heard it wrong.
That's your Prado, is it?
Yeah, it's a Prado. That's nuts, eh?
It just shows like no cars sort of, you know.
Nah, this car has the exact same engine as what we have. Yeah, well that did nothing, didn't it?
I'd almost say the biggest threat on this track is actually a spin effects fire.
Yeah. If you end up on spin effects, we'll get spin effects shoved inside, and all these new modern cars with the DPFs and all that, the exhaust gets much hotter. Just what you want when you're traversing this kind of stuff. Normally it will be a petrol engine you have to worry about, but these days it's any car really.
Luckily though, it seems the victims of this fire managed to get themselves out safely.
Over there's a whole bunch of food, toilet paper, medication, things like that. It's good news that they actually made it out alive and they were able to plant themselves over there until help arrived. Quite some time later, I would imagine.
There are many lessons to be learnt from this. And the main one, it doesn't matter what you drive out here. Same engine, same gear, same track, none of it guarantees anything.
It's the second Prado actually we know about.
One bad spot, a bit of spin effects, a hot exhaust.
This is how fires can happen actually.
That's all it takes for things to go sideways.
We nearly had a vehicle fire.
And when it does, the best thing to do is slow yourself right down. That's where the old billy can concept comes in.
Just boil some water, boil some tea if you can, and then just think about the situation. Think about it before you do anything.
You get a small fire going. Wait for the water to boil.
Billy's on.
Pour it into a cup, and you can't even drink it straight away because it's too bloody hot. That whole process is the point.
You just got to chill and think about it, because if you don't do that, you're not going to be clear-minded.
Out here, that's the difference between making a calculated decision or a rush panic decision.
Go, 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 go. Just look at the bright side. You're alive, you got everyone else out. If there's no serious injuries or anything, you're doing good. I'm actually going to move away from the car because it absolutely stinks.
And that gives us a lot of stuff to ponder as we travel 70 kilometres through the night.
It's late.
What's the time?
5 to 12.
It's still Monday.
I know.
We made it here today.
The following days will take a turn for the worse.
Fuel light's just gone on.
We're coasting in on fumes.
Out on the DP's on the
I took my eyes off the road.
Rafa, do something.
We don't actually know what we're going to face.
Hey, this is the Bush Dude again. Let me know if you don't mind me narrating. Feel free to let me know if you don't.